that just because we know the conclusion to the original story doesn't mean that this story can't hold new things for us and be a unique storytelling experience that has a relevant conclusion at the end of this part of it that we're getting. It's not Final Fantasy VII, it's Cloud's Adventure 1, and we're gonna get Cloud's Adventure 2 later, you know? It's just planned sequels. You like being blind when it comes to story, even with the difference, the base story will remain the same. Yeah, more or less the conclusion and the major points will be the same, but yeah. Well, this just kind of looped around, didn't it? Alright. Good exploration. I mean, I understand what you're trying to say with the whole, like, aspect of it being a remake or something, but I don't know. I just think it's getting a lot of the wrong kind of assumption towards it. But anyway, whatever. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna happen, and we'll see for ourselves. I think it applies, Finn. Like, just because it's not a hard remake in our comparison, it's kind of the same point. Like the idea behind it of not watching one or playing one just because they have a planned sequel or whatever. Because the point I'm trying to make, Finn, is that it's intended to be it's going to be rewritten to the point where it will be a story in itself, and we don't need the rest of it to have fulfillment in what new story elements are going to be told. Does that make sense? Like, when a season of a show ends, there's still a conclusion to the elements of the story that are being told for that season. If you played Final Fantasy VII and finished Midgar, you wouldn't have a conclusion that felt meaningful, but if you watch season 1 of a TV show, you would, even though you know that there's more seasons. It won't be a complete story because we already know the bones of the story, and they're not giving us all of it. They're only giving us the first part. So then who cares? Hold on. If you already know the ending of Final Fantasy VII, then you don't care about the bones. You already know the bones. It doesn't matter. The thing that you're trying to get from the FF7 remake story is what new elements they're providing us. So who cares? If you know the bones, you know the bones. Doesn't matter, right? So what we want from this, or what we can get from it rather, is what the new elements are. It's like being told what the ending is when you already know what the ending is. You're like, whoa, I'm so surprised! So, like, thank you for the 4 months resub! Welcome back in, dude. Personally, is the entire picture. You argue all the time that people should be able to enjoy it the way they want, but you push back against what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm just trying to make my point to help you see it from a different perspective so that maybe you can appreciate it. That's all. It's a discussion, not a I'm not trying to quell your thoughts here. I'm just having a discussion, man. Or stifle. I'm not trying to stifle you. I'm just saying, hey man, this is actually what it's supposed to be about. So this whole waiting for the whole thing to be complete isn't really a thing. The remake aspect of it, I don't know. Standalone length endgame. Oh, poisonous silkworm, that's new. What I'm trying to do is draw a conclusion between incomplete stories that are self-sustained in their own context versus the whole remake, because you know the conclusion, but if you know the conclusion, then who cares? It's about what's in that part of the story that we're getting. That's the point. But again, I mean, we'll see in 2 weeks, you know? We'll see in 2 weeks. How about Batman movies? Yeah, we already know the conclusion of those remakes. Same as Spider-Man, they're all remakes. But we don't care about getting all of them. We care about just whatever's in that contained story of the remake, you know? Until we'll watch Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 1 remake and whatever, you know? We just want to watch whatever plot element is being derived from that remake in that particular episode or movie, you know? Hell, we'll even play, like, game based on a movie, you know? And it's like we already know every single element of this story, but there's new elements to it that give life to it. Yep, yeah, there's a speed up function in FF8 so you can not have to suffer through long draw animations. I think it was the only way that they could really fix knowing that draw sucks, you know? But anyway, I totally get your concerns. I'm not trying to stifle your arguments. I'm just trying to maybe help you see it from a different perspective. I didn't mean to feel like I was saying you're wrong, but more like saying, well, think about it this way. Well, yeah, they added speed up functions in the other FFs as well, but I mean, they didn't have to do that in a remaster, because a remaster, by definition, shouldn't really change anything about the game, but at the same time, you know, quality of life and all that. And remember, I'm a huge FF nerd. I'm a huge FF nerd. Like, if anybody's hugely skeptical about this remake, it's me. I'm super skeptical. I am very cautious about how much I talk about liking this game, you know? So, like, of course I want it to be good, but, I mean, let's be honest, there's been a lot of, like, sequel-y type things that Square Enix has done with other parts of the Final Fantasy franchise and completely screwed up. So, yeah, I'm cautious. Like, I'm wary. I was really upset about the episodic thing as well when I first heard about it. But the more I've read about it, the more I've learned about it, the more my fears have been alleviated. So, we'll see. Ow. Oh. Let's go west from here. Oh, that's the Elf Forest, right? It's probably higher level enemies here that are gonna wreck me. Yeah, if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. Having played the demo, gameplay-wise, I'm pretty sold. Although some people are, like, super about turn-based only, so I can definitely see that perspective as well. Uh-oh. That's helpful. As much, well, actually, you know what I can do is I can heal both, I can both cast heals here. I need Mola more than anything to be alive. So I can return. But I want to go in this cave here really quick. Whew. He can get strength at least. So it's not Elf Forest, it's Elf Cave. Got it. No annuals? What? What was no annuals? Yeah, same Vazirol, same. But honestly, like, I'm kind of glad that they kept mechanics out of it too much, because otherwise people would start to min-max it already, and it would just take the fun out of it. I think there was more subtle ways of wording that during without being directly spoilery, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Just try to be, in the future, try to be a little bit more vague. We didn't have the entire game. You know, I originally wasn't gonna play the demo, but like, I appreciated the way the demo was presented. So, and when I first saw it go live, I don't know, I was way too hype. I just couldn't not play it. You know, I just couldn't not play it. How much gold do I have? How do I even tell? 3,000 gold. I can buy stuff. Yeah. Well, midnight my time, but yeah. I streamed at midnight. I just started a stream at midnight to play the demo. I just didn't care. I just wanted to play it. Like, if I had gone to, like, a gaming convention or something and they had demos there, I would have played it there. I would definitely have popped it open and, or popped over and played it a little bit. So having it in the comfort of my home was kind of a easy sell to me. Of course I have a full inventory. I think I can get rid of medical herbs, though. So far, it doesn't feel like medical herbs are going to really help sustain me at all. I have a lot of them. I'll keep like 2 as like emergencies. Only 5 more. That's a lot of money for 5 more defense. Oh, you know what? Let's see if the chainmail can be passed on to anybody else. Oh, oh, that's better than the shell armor. Okay. Which was 800, by the way. Yes, I will be playing Resident Evil 3 day one, yes. Wow, don't burn the town yet. I need weapons and armor from it first, then you can burn it down. So yeah, Resident Evil 3 comes out on the 3rd of April. I think that was intended, which is a Friday, and that's next Friday, by the way. And I'll be playing it here on twitch.tv/backgroundguy02. I feel like I should get different pieces of armor. The half plate was a little underwhelming there. Maybe I should just go for the sword. Let's see how much better that is for him. Oh gosh, wow. That was significant improvements. That's an actual improvement. Okay, we'll grind some more. Wait, wasn't the magic knife 200 to buy? I think that means that you can sell things for 75% of their worth, which is really good if that's the case. $26, and how much did Molo hit for? 20. Better. She can hit harder than Urza now, the priest, lol. Gold doesn't burn, so burn the village. Yeah, but armor does, so you know. Oh, hi, Crixie. Well, you can watch me die and watch me cry instead. How's that sound? What was spoiled for you, out of curiosity? And yeah, I cannot watch streams where people allow backseating and stuff. I can't do it. I like to be part of the chat and read the chat, and I cannot sit in a chat room that has heavy backseating or any kind of backseating. Like, there's usually like one dude that's like the ultimate Omega expert, got the freaking Google document up, you know, has their Google Foo degree in that game specifically, and just okay, you're really knowledgeable about the game, or you just read the document. That's cool, but you know, let the streamer play the freaking game, man. Let them experience it. You're so excited for the game that they're playing that you love, yet you want to ruin it for them. You know, like. Do people not realize or recognize like that feeling of elation you get when you discover something in a game or you overcome an obstacle, or like you know, like it's, I don't know. Yeah, but even mechanical stuff for me is interesting to discover it and pick up and discover and figure out, you know. Not to mention, like, I've done this before, Finn. Oh, one shadow appears, huh? All right. I've done this before where oh, he's dead. Try to allow some kind of advice or some kind of like information, and people always overstep. So I just allow none of it because people don't know where the line is. So I make the line for them. 0. The line is 0. You know? Seven was trying to do something, and just someone came in and popped in and spoiled it. I bet Seven was pissed off, dude. He gets really, really pissed off at that kind of stuff. Like, really pissed off. Like, for me, I'll just be like, you idiot, you know? Like, get out of here. But Seven will just be like, he'll flip out. I mean, not like actual flip out, but it'll really get to him. I have a PhD in game facts. Let me suck the fun out of it for you. Yep. Well, I mean, there's an easy solution, Psycho Sheep. You just ask first. That's it. That's all people have to do. Ask. Hey, do you want to know how to do this? Hey, do you want the information? Hey, do you want some help? Wow, that was hard. Now you are not banned from the channel, you know? Like... That's happened here too. I mean, it's not Seven's fault, you know, that happened. But yeah, there's definitely streamers I absolutely love, but they allow backseating, and I just can't. It's just some freaking uber nerd, like, pushing his glasses up with his two middle fingers, like, actually, this is how you do every single thing in the video game that ever existed. And it just, ugh, God, it's just a wall of this one person telling the streamer everything, and it just, I hate it, because there's no chat after that. There's no chat, it's just one uber freaking overly eccentric, knowledgeable person about this specific aspects of the game, and it just ruins everything. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. If I could play games faster, you'd probably be more strict with it? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, we've talked in circles about this particular subject a million times, Finn, about, like, you know, managing different things during other stuff. I don't know, I don't want to say too much, but anyway, the point is, we've talked about it in private, but I'm all too familiar, you know, I get it. Huh. I think I do get harder encounters when it's nighttime. Because I'm close to the town, I shouldn't be getting these guys. But I think because it's nighttime, I'm getting harder encounters. More backseaters. Yeah, ROM hacks definitely have more backseaters because there's like this more, what do you call it? Like, niche games tend to have a more heavy backseating community because it's not common that the people, like streamers, will play those games, and they get overly excited when it happens, and so they just kind of blurt everything out without any kind of filter. And, yeah, more fervent, right, exactly. So, like, the more niche a game is that has a following, Ephemeral Fantasia didn't have a following, so that wasn't a problem, but the more niche a game is, the more, like, yeah, they just can't keep their pants on, basically. You watched someone rage in chat and quit Chrono Trigger altogether because chat was backseating him all the game, and he started demanding he revert to an earlier save because he killed Megas instead of recording him. And the kicker is, if he knew about it, he would have chosen to kill him anyway. I heard about that, Cyberventure. I heard about that. Yeah, the person was just super mad that they didn't play the game exactly the way they want. You know what that reminds me of, Cyberventure? Undertale community. It reminds me of the Undertale community. They will be extremely upset at you if you do not do exactly the way, you know, don't do these things, don't do that thing, don't fight this kind of thing. I don't want to spoil, obviously, so I'm not gonna put, you know, say direct spoilers as to what they want, but if you've played Undertale and you know it, you understand what I'm talking about. I still need to play, yeah, I still need to do my, quote, blind play of Undertale and troll the trolls. And I'll troll the backseaters. I used to be pretty bad at backseating, and years and crazy and strict rules regarding backseating actually help you break your habit. Awesome, Fondmaster. Yeah, dude, I totally respect that, man. And I think I vaguely remember you coming in and doing that, and it's just like, you know, you kind of like, hey, here's the line, and then you're like, okay, I respect that, and you kind of learn and grow as a person, and you start to appreciate that sort of blind experience that a streamer gets from a video game. I love watching Crayson. I love watching Crayson. He's one of my favorite streamers to watch of all time. And it's because not only is he a good dude, but he doesn't allow backseating or of any kind. And it's just like, it makes it so much more enjoyable to watch that raw experience. Someone experience it for themselves. With my ex-girlfriend, she had never played Final Fantasy VII, and I watched her play it blind, and it was such a rewarding experience sitting there watching her experience the most famous scene that shall not be named, and like actually reacting to it and seeing that raw reaction instead of like, oh, by the way, you know, kind of stuff. Like, it was awesome. Sutton was good. I think the reason is because Ryu's chat typically has a looser restriction on backseating, so they thought it was fine, and they haven't built up the community to be anti-backseating and stuff, so yeah. Right, Cyberventure? Right, dude? Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic, man? There's such a great message in Undertale, several great messages in Undertale, and the community at large, the fandom, just totally did not get it. They just think it's a game for them, and that's it, you know? Oh wow, 2 new smells again. Let's see, Infernos and Speed Up. Nice. Let's check out Infernos. Does she actually have... I wonder if it's area or... Okay, it's just like Infernos from Dragon Quest II then. You know, that's like, let me help you out for streamers everywhere. Not wanting backseating or advice does not mean we want people to shut up. It just means we don't want advice. You know, we want people to talk. An active chat is a hugely popular, or a hugely preferable thing for any streamer. It's a shame, VG, because Undertale really is a fantastic game. But I can totally understand not wanting to play it just out of principle.